Do you support abortion up to the moment of birth? You agreed with the chairman's statement that reproductive justice is economic justice. There is no economic justice for the baby because the baby's dead, right? Do you know the name of the procedure that the doctor would use to abort that baby at 21 weeks? It's called dilation and evacuation. Is that right? The doctor would dilate the cervix. It's really a pair of pliers with sharp teeth on the end. And without giving the baby any pain medication, the doctor would go through the vagina, through the uterus, and start tearing the baby apart. Is that right? It's real simple. You either support abortion for a healthy mother and baby up to the moment of birth or you don't. And I don't think it's a difficult question. How about you, doctor? Do you support, if the mother is healthy and the baby's healthy, do you support abortion up to the moment of birth?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to America First. If you're new to the channel, this is the place where we stand for truth, justice, and the defense of our American values. We don't shy away from the hard truths, and we certainly don't let political correctness silence us. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we have a responsibility to keep this conversation alive. America needs patriots like you to stand up and fight for what's right. Now, let me tell you folks, I just watched Senator John Kennedy's grilling of witnesses during a Senate hearing, and wow, this one hit home. And trust me, it's a must-watch. Today, we're going to break it down and talk about the shocking reality this video exposes. So grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and let's dive into it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Professor Myers, you are here at the invitation of my Democratic colleagues, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. In his opening statement, my good friend Senator Whitehouse said, I want to quote, reproductive justice is economic justice, close quote. Do you agree with that?
I might, as an economist, use the word rights, but yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay. That's not true for the baby, is it?
Well, first of all, I would refer to a fetus, not
Yeah,
a baby.
but that's, well, a fetus. I refer to it as a baby. That's not true for the baby, is it?
The evidence that I presented to you, Senator Kennedy, was evidence about measurable effects on the lives of women, families,
Right, I
and
got
children
that
who were
part, but that's
born.
not true for the baby, is it?
I'm sorry, I don't really understand
Well, it's
the
not
question.
true. Let me be clear.
Let me
I'm
back
sorry.
up. As an economist, I measure effects using data. I'm not here to talk about ethics, assignment of personhood. That's not my
Well, but you
role.
said you agreed with the chairman's statement that reproductive justice is economic justice. There is no economic justice for the baby because the baby's dead, right?
I wouldn't refer. I don't really know how to answer your question. I would
You know,
I would refer to
was
a
the baby
fetus.
dead or alive?
We're referring to a fetus.
Okay, is the fetus dead or alive after an abortion?
The fetus would be dead after an
Okay,
abortion.
all right. If the mother is healthy and the baby is healthy, do you support abortion up to the moment of birth?
So I think that's a really hard question to answer because that just doesn't happen. You're asking me about something that simply doesn't happen.
Well, it's legal.
I will tell you that
It's legal in Vermont, New Jersey, Oregon, Colorado, New Mexico, Alaska, and the District of Columbia, and the Loon wing of the Democratic Party supports abortion up to the moment of birth. So, do you support that or oppose it?
I don't think. Let me say, I'm here to talk about the economics of abortion.
No, you're here as an expert.
And
I'm just asking you
I
what
think you're
you
asking me a
believe.
question as a person, which I'll answer as a person.
Okay, tell me as a person.
I will tell you as a person that I have ambivalence about abortion. I will tell you as a person, I haven't personally had an abortion. And I will also tell you as a person looking at the evidence around me and understanding how complex the decisions are that people face.
Okay.
I'm just simply uncomfortable
I got to move on,
thinking that there's a
Professor, 'cause I don't
simple
think- I don't think
answer
you're
that
gonna
applies
answer
to
my
everyone.
question.
I trust women in their healthcare providers.
It's real simple. You either support abortion for a healthy mother and baby up to the moment of birth, or you don't. And I don't think it's a difficult question. How about you, doctor? Do you support, if the mother is healthy and the baby's healthy, do you support abortion up to the moment of birth?
So, Senator, you're using really inflammatory language to talk about a medical procedure, and it's not a simple yes or no. Not to mention, when you make statements like that, you're erasing the grief and the trauma that my patients
You're not
are
going to answer my
through.
question either, are you?
It's not a question that
I
can
think
be answered
I think I
in
know
an
your
appropriate
answer.
way,
I think
Senator.
I know your answer. Mrs. Ford, okay? Let's take a baby at 21 weeks. Hold up, Mike. This is a baby at 21 weeks, okay? The baby can feel pain, right?
Yes,
And the baby's pretty developed, right?
yes.
And do you know the name of the procedure that the doctor would use to abort that baby at 21 weeks?
I'm not a doctor, but I believe it's a DNR,
It's called dilation and evacuation. Is that right?
as far as I understand,
Yeah. And first, the doctor would dilate the cervix, and then the doctor would take what's called the doctor would call it a Sofer clamp. It's really a pair of pliers with sharp teeth on the end. And without giving the baby any pain medication, the doctor would go through the vagina, through the uterus, and start tearing the baby apart. Is that right?
As far as I understand the procedure.
Yeah, and she might start with the legs and pull them out, and the arms and pull them out, right? And then she might go for the heart or the spine and just pull the baby out piece by piece. Is that right? Without giving the baby pain medication.
That's what I understand the procedure to be.
Okay, but then you got to get the head out. The baby's dead, but maybe not. Maybe it's still in pain, but then you got to get the head out. And even with the cervix dilated, you got to get the head out, which is hard. So then the doctor would go in and use those pliers to crush the baby's head. Is that right?
As far as I understand.
And then she'd pull the head out, the crushed skull out, right?
Senator Kennedy, your time has expired here.
Well, you
and
gave
Senator
the
Stabenow is
others
waiting.
plenty of time, Mr. Chairman.
Just letting you know, your time's expired. You have
Okay.
other senators waiting.
Well, I was waiting when you were letting others. I'm sorry you don't want to hear about what happens.
No, I don't think anybody
in
else
an
is
actual
going- I don't think
abortion, but
anybody else
I
has gone
thought that
over.
was what we were here to talk about.
No one else has gone over. Some of the witnesses went a little bit long, but on both sides. So
I thought we were here
trying to
about
control that.
protecting mothers and killing babies.
I'm going to turn to Senator Stabenow and Mr.
I'm sorry
Phillips.
you
I'm
don't want
sorry
to hear
that
it.
this had to
Like
take
we've
place
got
in
a
front of
whole
you.
roster here.
My apologies.
Let me start by saying this. Senator Kennedy brought the truth to the table. He wasn't afraid to ask the tough questions, and boy, did it make the Democrats squirm. The first thing that stood out to me was the way he cut straight through the political jargon and got to the heart of the matter, life. Let's be real here. This isn't just about choice. This is about the rights of the most vulnerable among us, the unborn. Now, Senator Kennedy asked Professor Myers, who was invited by the Democrats, a simple, straightforward question. Is an abortion economically just for the baby? And you know what? She couldn't answer it. She dodged, she deflected, and she hid behind fancy words like economic impacts and data. But let me tell you something, folks. No amount of data can justify the killing of innocent life. You can call it a fetus all you want, but let's not sugarcoat it. It's a baby. A living, breathing, feeling baby. Then Senator Kennedy brought up something most Democrats don't want to talk about, late-term abortion. He asked the witnesses if they supported abortion up to the moment of birth, even when the mother and baby are healthy. And guess what? They dodged again. Why? Because they know how extreme and indefensible their position is. Folks, we're talking about states like Vermont, New Jersey, and Colorado, where this gruesome practice is actually legal. Legal. Let me ask you this, America, how did we get here? How did we get to a point where we allow innocent babies to be killed even as they're about to take their first breath? This isn't just immoral, it's barbaric. And yet, the Democrats, the so-called party of compassion, want to pretend it's just another medical procedure. Give me a break. And then there's the most chilling part of the hearing, when Senator Kennedy described the second-trimester abortion procedure in graphic detail. Now I won't sugarcoat it, and neither did he. He talked about how doctors use tools to tear the baby apart piece by piece. The legs, the arms, the spine, and yes, even the head. Folks, this is what they're defending. This is what they call reproductive justice. Justice. For who? Certainly not for the baby. But you know what really got me? When Senator Kennedy's time was cut off. That's right, they didn't want to hear the truth. They didn't want the American people to see the gruesome reality of what they're defending. Instead, they tried to silence him, just like they try to silence anyone who dares to stand up for life. It's disgusting and it's un-American. Let me tell you something, patriots. This isn't just a political issue, it's a moral issue. It's about who we are as a nation. Are we a country that values life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all, or are we a country that turns a blind eye to the most vulnerable? The Democrats have made their choice clear, but we don't have to accept it. We have the power to stand up, speak out, and demand change. If you're as outraged as I am, I urge you to get involved. Call your representatives. Support pro-life organizations. And most importantly, share this video. People need to see the truth, unfiltered and raw. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for watching, and thank you for standing up for what's right. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. Let's get the truth out there, because America needs patriots like you. Until next time, stay strong, stay proud, and always put America first.